I want to jump in. I want to talk with Anthony about the market in general. I mean, Anthony is a member of the Forbes Real Estate Council. He's recognized over and over by the Swampole list for being the top 200 most powerful people in residential real estate. We want to hear it right from the horse's mouth. Anthony, in 2020, real estate really took a turn that no one expected it would take. Luxury, the main market. So, pretty much every price point got really crazy. Can you talk about that 2020 market, what you think happened there?
Absolutely. I mean, I work with a lot of economists. I follow a lot of the same economists, and obviously have an opportunity to speak to some of the best people in all the networks because, one thing about Engel and Völkers, if it's one of the best markets, we're going to be there. So we've got leadership in those markets to talk about. And we were all very aggressive about what 2020 was going to look like as we were working on our business plans and our models in late 2019. The year started, like almost everyone in their lives in 2020, normal. It wasn't extremely good. It certainly wasn't extremely bad across the board. And then there was the hint of this virus, this coronavirus at the time. And all of a sudden in March, the shutdown started beginning and the panic. And like a lot of businesses, real estate, we're looking at how are we going to shut down and survive and get through it with everyone else. So we expected the market to tank. We thought everybody was just going to stay put, and that was going to be that. Almost immediately, as I know you guys are well aware, we were looking at the powers that be were looking at what are essential services. What is it that people absolutely can't live without? And in most markets in the Americas, real estate was deemed essential right next to groceries, healthcare, and makes sense. I mean, if you look at just Maslow's hierarchy, you got to have your home. What was not expected, though, was how many people were going to do what I call the COVID shuffle. And that is the idea that if they were living in a metropolitan area, they decided maybe they didn't want to be in the metropolitan area right then, especially we're looking at New York City, which was kind of the epicenter in the early days of this. And so, what happened is all those New Yorkers decided to go back out to their holiday homes or their rural homes or be near family. And while they were there, they said, hey, this isn't so bad. And why they started using their Zoom calls and their Google Meets and doing business in new ways, realizing, wait a minute, not only is this not so bad, I kind of like this. And my guess is I'm going to be able to continue doing this when we get back to whatever that new normal is. And so that then brought on this really big push of new transactions. In the United States, in a typical year, we're going to do about 5 million transactions. Last year, we did over 7 million transactions. That's how many people were moving. That's how many people were buying and selling. So what we saw in holiday home markets is people were going to their holiday homes and realizing this isn't big enough now that I've got my entire family here, my in-laws are here, and we're homeschooling. So they upgraded to bigger places. Other people wanted to go to their holiday homes and they usually rent. They, wait a minute, I don't want to rent anymore. I want to buy. So they were buying their holiday homes. Other people who had not sold had decided this is my time to make haste, and so they sold their properties. And we saw that going on all throughout the country. What's really fascinating to me, though, because people say, well, then does that mean cities are dead? And the reality is that doesn't seem to be the case, because while there was a lot of transaction volume in the New York cities and the San Franciscos and some of the major metros, people weren't selling those properties. They were going out and buying those second homes. They were upgrading those second homes. They were creating another place to live their future, their current and their future life. But they held on to those roots in the cities, which meant the markets in the cities were a little tough. Now the markets in the cities are starting to boom back up. So what happened is that COVID shuffle brought those extra 2 million transactions, which put a lot of demand into the market, a lot of excitement, and a lot of people ended up buying really beautiful new places to live the next new normal of their life in. And it's certainly been a boom for the real estate industry, and that was not expected by anyone.